Hello guys, and thank you for joining me today in this video. The target today is to show you what I did here on this awesome game, Shapes.io. I got kind of obsessed with this game, I would say a couple of weeks ago, and as everyone, I started progressing into it until I get a bit frustrated of the spaghetti factory, and I guess you know the feeling this game can create better than me. So after a while, I decided that I wanted to create a make anything machine, and I started navigating on YouTube, looking at what other people did. And as you can imagine, I guess you did the same. I mean, people did some great stuff out there. There are a lot of make anything machine which are pretty complicated, totally automated, with very complex wiring, and my first feeling was, yeah, there's no way I can do something like that. I have to come out with something simple because it's just crazy, and I just want to get to have a machine that can create everything. So that's what I did, and first of all, this machine it's not nice, it's not optimized, it's not small, but it kind of work. It's able to create shapes up to four layers, and but unfortunately is not able to create the logo shape. For the guys that already played the game, you know that the logo shapes is not just a normal shape. It needs some kind of tweak in order to work, and this machine is not able to do that. I mean, you can kind of modify it in order to work, but that's not the target of this machine. So I will try to show you what I did. Let's do together this shape, which is pretty easy, but the same, this machine is able to create up to a complete four-layer shape. So in general, I guess you know how this game work. Each layer is created by four corner, and each corner is a piece cut and colored by four specific, how to say, base shape that are the windmill, the square, the circle, and the star. So everything starts from there. Before starting, I don't really know why I'm playing this game on this build. I'm not really using the mods that are present in this build, so you can replicate this machine also in the standard build without any issue. So let's start from here. First of all, we have the shape input. We have 16 different inputs. There are one set of four inputs, it's for each layer. In this machine, in this exercise, we will have only one layer, but it's the same with four layers. I took to this to each input four different kind of base shape. So we have the windmill, the square, the star, and the circle. As you know, the circle, the star, and the square, they are base shape that can be extracted from the ground, let's say, but the windmill it's not. So there is a very ugly dedicated factory just to create the windmill. I mean, you can do it as you want. I did it in this way. The important thing is to have a full belt of input. As you can see here, I have a constant 30 shape per seconds input, which is a full belt. How this works? The first part, the shape input, it's the part that I like less, to be honest. The concept is that every um, every corner of the base shape is created by cutting, coloring, and then stacking a specific shape. So we know that, for example, in this shape, I need 3 squares and 1 windmill. So that's what I will do. I will use only 4 of the 16 inputs I have, because I have only one. I have only one layer to do. So this is the, as said, is the part that requires the more manual part, manual configuration of the machine. And let me show you how it works. So here are the inputs, one per each square. Let's configure it. So I can just open this. This will go here. And here I have a square read at the corner on top right. Now I need a windmill on top left, and I'm lucky because the windmill is already on top left. Let me open it. Okay. Now what I need is 2 other squares from the other input. I don't want to split this flow, so I will use the input coming from the other layers that I will not use. In case I had to create 4 of this shape, I will have, unfortunately, to split the input of the square. So let's start taking some square. And we have to do it manually. Yeah, that's a bit ugly. I kind of agree with you. Okay, so we have another square here, and let's get another square from here. Okay, that's it. So I have here ready 4 inputs, the inputs that I need. So just open the gates and let the shape flow. Now let's go to the next step. We have to cut them. As you see here, there is a very big cutting machine. Each corner will be cut and selected. In this case, because this is the input of the top left corner, this machine will cut the windmill and select only the top left corner. This is the same for the square, top right corner, bottom left corner for square, and bottom right corner for square. As you see here, everything is configured in order to work for all the other layers. As you can see here, there are probably too many cut machines. In the target is to keep a full belt for that, but it's not so useful. So next step, we have to color them. Here are the color machines, but before that we have actually to create the color. So let's go to our color factory. Here we have a big color factory with 16 color mixer machine, one for each corner of each layer. We have only one layer, so we will work only with this one. This is a pretty easy machine, and there is some wiring here, but it's pretty easy to check. I will show you. I need okay, here we don't have to mix it, but I can show you. You can enable the red and it will continue straight, but if I enable also the green, the two will be mixed and create the yellow. If I need also the blue, I will enable the blue and they will be mixed, creating the white. Same thing if I disable the green, and then I will create the magenta. The wiring related to this part is pretty easy. You can copy it. It took me, let's say, 10 minutes to wiring it. The concept is that a color will continue to the coloring machine if the next color is ready to be mixed with it. Otherwise, it will continue forward. And the same thing will happen there. So the red will continue, will skip the first coloring machine if the green is closed, but will go in the second coloring machine if the blue is enabled. Otherwise, it will just continue forward. So let's configure the red, the green, and then we need 2 blues. Great. So now we have the shapes already cut and ready to be colored, and the color already mixed, ready for that. So let's go to the painting factory. This is the factory needed to paint the shapes. As you can see, same stuff, we have 16 of them. Let's focus only on the first 4 because we only have 1 layer. So the concept here is to enable or disable the coloring in case you need to color or not that square, that corner. In this case, all the corners needs to be colored, so I can enable them all. And they will start to be colored. So I enable the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. In case you have, again, multiple layers, you can continue and do the same in order to have all the shapes colored in the right way. And that's the third step. It's now the moment to merge them, to compact them. So let's go to the compacting factory. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's the compacting factory. It takes it takes the input from the coloring factory. No, that's the coloring factory. Yeah, that's the merging factory. The concept here is to enable or disable the merging of these 2 shapes. In this case, as you can see, the wiring is very easy, as you can see. Here you can enable or disable the stacking of these of these 2 shapes. In this case, they are disabled, so as you can see, they are just put on the same belt in different way. Yeah, you have a belt with the square and an item with the square and another item with the windmill, but we want them together. So let's enable the stacking of them, and as you can see, if we wait a bit, we should have the shapes colored, as the color, the shapes mixed, stacked, sorry. As you can see, the colors are a bit messed up because the machines were, let's say, dirty, so I have to finish all the remaining colors that I had from the previous configuration. Let's do the same in order to merge the corner on bot left with the corner on bot right, on bottom right. So I have in output this kind of shape, the top part with the bottom part merged. Let's start merging them all together. Yeah, I have to clean a bit the machine. Down. Yeah, here. I have to clean a bit because I have very old dirty stuff that needs to be cleared. So now the shape is basically finished. As you can see, this is exactly the shape you need, and this is already coming to the hub. But let's see how this will continue. The concept is that the first layer is completed, then In the same way, the second layer is also completed. And here we have another merging machine that stacking machine that stack the first layer with the second layer. In parallel, we have another set of machine that merge the third layer with the fourth layer. And at the end of everything, we have a final stacking machine that that stacks the first and second layer with the third and the fourth. And this will allow you to create a complete stack, four layer shape configured in the way you want. At the end of everything, this belt is just going directly to the hub. As you can see, it's coming from here. As you can see, this machine is not small, it's very big. It should be compact. It can be compacted pretty easy. Yeah, that's the colors factory. This is creating the colors. This is painting the stuff. This is compacting, which is basically merging all the shapes together. And this is the shapes creator. So with the shape input we saw at the beginning, the shape cutter, and somewhere there is the color mixer, the colors factory here. Here there is the color factory. So that's how you can create a fairly easy and still spaghetti a bit, but less than the normal way of working with this game. As you can see, here we have all the outputs for all the shapes, for all the colors, so you can check if you are coloring all the layers in the right way. This is a leftover from the previous execution. As you can see, is not flowing. So, as said, next step is to compact everything and have the machine a bit cleaner and smaller and more optimized. But I don't think I will go for the crazy wiring because I mean it's not. I mean I'm not getting fun in creating crazy wiring stuff. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, bye bye. Have a nice day.